I built a 1 million block aquarium in hardcore Minecraft because almost no one makes stuff this big and I wanna have the most impressive hardcore world. Let's outline the shape and see exactly what I got myself into. This is how tall I'll have to make it, a bit higher and it would be a skyscraper. I could fit my entire base inside it, no wonder people don't do this in hardcore. We need flat ground to build on. Goodbye trees. Actually, I might have a better idea. Can I... Yes! Impressive flint and steel. This is fun. A lot of fun. We have to pick the design. It will have sand and stone. That's all I can think of right now. Guess who's gonna spend the next hour breaking sand? You know it's me and these are my least favorite parts. And there's the hole. I promise the stone one will be more interesting. Without my trusty beacon, I'd spend an entire day just for the rocks. I had to get an almost full inventory of shulker boxes because I was gonna build mountains. Now that's an impressive haul. My inner artist says there will be sand in the center and stone on the sides. Okay, now we actually have to build something that looks nice. A giant ship in the middle, that'd be pretty epic. My house is a giant box and I also built a giant emerald cube, so the expectations aren't exactly high. I'll start with an oak base and we'll handle the details later. And it gets wider the higher I build. We'll give it a nice pointy nose, and we'll continue the shape until it looks like a ship. Those square corners are awful. That's better. How should I decorate it? I chose acacia, dark oak and quartz because those colors would contrast really well. By the way, this is the fastest I can chop logs, so Mojang, please make the beacon work on trees. I'm wood rich. To the nether we go. You are not gonna stop. He asked for it. Now I'm quartz rich. Where do I even begin? Let's give it dark outlines. If every ship needs one thing, it's cannons. Dispensers will do. I also started using the quartz together with the acacia stairs to make them look more detailed. What do you think it's missing? More cannons. I can't fit any more cannons, except for the nose. Now I can't fit any more cannons, except for the back. Okay, now I really can't fit any more cannons. I'm serious this time. To finish it, I used the acacia trapdoors because they are nice details. Every ship has a spike in the front, and I'll give it a fence. The sails are by far the biggest part and we'll need like 2000 wool for them. Impressive shears. I'll have to give you guys a haircut like 30 times to have enough. Let's set up the pillars. I made the one in the middle the tallest so it is symmetrical. Man, I'm so good at building stuff. I then added some flags because I didn't want my ship to be just brown and white. Finishing the sides of the pillars shouldn't be a big deal. And they're ugly. I think if I bend them they will look better than plus signs. There you go. I already know the sails will be hard, I have to make them look as if they're in the wind. It looks like a cone. We're getting somewhere, but from the side it's paper thin. I think we've done it, the sail looks impressive. Then I just repeated the same process 9 times, making the sails in the middle a little bit bigger, the ones on the sides triangle shaped, and we can't forget the dozens of times that I had to shear my ship. The shape is getting better and better. I was thinking to add these outposts behind the sails. That's a little bit too small. Much better. Then I did it 9 more times to get an even more handsome ship. Big boats have all these ropes everywhere, so let's do that. Fences are perfect for the job. Glass works too, just so we have some variety. Now the ship looks very ropey. Is that even a word? Yes it is, I just checked. The last part is the deck and I really hope I won't have to remake it 4 times like the sails. What if I put a mini house on top? Yeah, that's not aesthetic. Let's try a bigger version. Oh, that made it so much worse. What about more ropes? Finally something that looks good. Do it 3 more times. And voila! If there's one thing I remember from pirate movies, it's barrels. Lots of barrels. On the deck, in the outposts, all orientations. I don't know how much sense this makes, but I'll add street lamps. They just look awesome. Also change the deck a little bit. And that is a pretty impressive ship. It was time to think of some original mountain shapes. That doesn't look random at all. Good enough. You'd be surprised how hard it is to make stone look natural. Isn't that a handsome hill? I actually don't know, it's really hard to judge my own builds. We'll say it's okay. I want every part to be unique in its own way, so I'll make this one short and thick. And I wanna have a really sharp one in the back. This much gray makes it look boring, so let's add some yellow. There's a wrong way to place sand and I managed to discover it. Everything is way too patchy. That's better. After finishing the big parts, I started with all the colorful and more fun to make details. I am so happy the first thing I did in this world was get cheap. We'll imagine this is a giant fish tank and get 2 massive fish. I'm trying to make it in a diagonal line, so don't be surprised if it will need some changes. From a certain angle it looks like a pancake, but it's not bothering me that much. His friend will be orange and yellow, and shaped like a square. Before we can place the coral and seagrass, we need to water the build. Don't mind me spending 2 hours making a giant platform. As weird as the water physics are, they make my job 10 times easier. Look at it multiply, it's magic. Don't mind me spending an hour destroying the platform. We have some spots to fill, no big deal. It was a big deal. Every fence I placed, I had to waterlog, and the same goes for all the weird crevices in my ship. I spent 5 hours just doing that. It would have been easier to water everything and build on top of that. I don't feel bad. You know you deserve it. It's time to obliterate an entire coral reef. Looking back, I would have saved a lot of time with my trusty beacon, but I'll do better next time. If you're wondering how I have water breathing, it's from the 100 of every potion video. Not all my challenges are useless. Kelp has to be the easiest thing to get. In 2 minutes, I'm swimming in it. This will make it look 10 times better. It's so hard to imagine this was all done in hardcore. It's just massive. I can admire it from anywhere in my base. I think we can call it impressive.